Good evening and a very warm welcome to a special broadcast of India Matters. Padmaja's just in from Mumbai. The exit poll numbers have just dropped and all eyes are on who is taking the Mumbai BMC. Padmaja, thoughts as we begin? The numbers are in.
Absolutely. And this, again and again, people have been asking us on social media, what is the need for this wall-to-wall coverage? Because let's be very honest, this is not just about one municipal corporation. Yeah. This is pretty much going to decide the course that politics is going to take over the next 4 years.
Yeah.
The BJP will have its second mayor. They have a mayor in Delhi. Now they will have a mayor in the financial capital. After 26 years, if indeed Uddhav Thackere is routed from the BMC, it means they are not there at the center. They are not there at the state. They are not even there at the municipal level.
Yeah.
Where are they? And the Congress's gamble of getting the Muslim votes, according to the numbers, paying off. That's why this is crucial.
We're going to get into all of those details in just a moment. I just want to tell you that it's a civic body, but it's a national impact. And I will tell you why you need to bother and pay attention to what's happening with the BMC, no matter where in the country you are, and what an election year 2026 is going to be. This is where it kicks off. Let's start with some breaking news to declare the exit poll numbers as we see them right now here on NDTV. Let's break down those numbers right now.
All right, so the big numbers that we have are very, very clear. BJP plus is at 131 to 151 according to Axis My India. It predicts a saffron sweep. A saffron sweep, although to be fair, in Maharashtra, all the parties are saffron barring the Congress. But it is a sweep by the BJP and Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena predicted to get 130 to 151 seats. UBT plus is predicted to get somewhere in the vicinity of 55. That's what they have been reduced to, or 70 plus, something in that vicinity. Okay, so 58 to 68, that's the range that UBT plus has been given, which is a massive step down. And Ankit Tyagi is before that building, that beautiful BMC building. It's gorgeous in the night time, lit up.
Golden tonight.
Golden tonight, but it's really only one side, Ankit, which is going to be celebrating today, although the final numbers still awaited. By the way, a massive refurbishment has been done inside that mayor's office. New chair, I'm told.
Already inside that building?
Already. Okay. Already a new chair has been brought in. Upholstery has been spruced up. The building looks lovely. Your thoughts on the numbers?
Like you're saying, Padmaja, and if these numbers hold true, then there will be a new mayor as well for Mumbai, after a gap of over 4 years, but also for the first time, the BJP would have the mayor's seat here. While, of course, we all have been talking about, and the focus has been on the Thackerays, but remember, the BJP largely has been with the Shiv Sena. They have also had the taste of the power as far as the BMC is concerned, but now they will be leading it. And that consolidates Devendra Fadnavis's leadership. And of course, then it will be a triple engine sarkar right to the lowest level here in Mumbai. Of course, like you're saying that, people are wondering why is it a BMC election so important? It's a municipal body. This municipal body has a budget which is much more than many states. It is Asia's richest municipal body. But I also want to say one thing. Despite, of course, the swing in favor, a massive sweep for the BJP and Shinde Sena, two important factors, apart from, of course, the growing stature of Devendra Fadnavis. It's a setback to Thackerays, no doubt about that. But I still feel an undivided Shiv Sena, when it got 84 in the last election, BJP was at 82. If they land somewhere around 60-65, it still gives them some sort of an elbow room to fight and to look forward to the future. Otherwise, if the numbers come even below that, Thackerays are finished, the name will have zero meaning as far as this city is concerned.
Ankit, I'm going to ask you to stay with us, because the man who could be the man of the moment tomorrow once again, Pradeep Gupta, the chairman of Axis My India, that has predicted the saffron sweep in the BMC, is with us live. Pradeep ji, good to see you. Smile on your face. Safe to say, triple engine loading in the BMC. What are your thoughts? We've got your numbers up on our screen right now.
Yes, I mean, this is what we are predicting. And when you say sweep, I would like to give you one rider or a caveat. The two-third majority in BMC Mumbai election is about 150 seats. So our range is starting from 131 to 151. So to say sweep, I don't agree with this statement in particular of yours. And another caveat is that voter turnout is very important. So all these numbers, as I mentioned in my report, is based on 54% turnout. We do not have the final turnout as yet. But if it is 54, then these numbers definitely hold good. The moment it reduces, these number for the BJP plus will get reduced. And if it increase, my higher range hold good if it cross 54% voter turnout. So this is something.
For Shiv Sena, UBT's numbers going down, according to your analysis, MNS was supposed to be a force multiplier despite the exit of Eknath Shinde. Why have their numbers gone down from the 80s into the 50s?
Yes, so Padmaja, you will have to see that Shiv Sena as one Shiv Sena 9 years back. What had changed is Shinde Sena has shifted, and not only shifted with more than half the corporator alongside. And when it comes to the corporator as a local leader, people by and large align with the local leader. So MNS has plus in the fold of UBT, but they hold only 7% vote share last time and about 28 wards. But when it comes to Shiv Sena, though United Shiv Sena secured about 20% vote share, even if you take half of it, which is about 14% shifted and 7% in the form of MNS added. One more demography added to the fold of UBT this time, to some extent, the minority vote. Minority vote, they are likely to secure about 38%. The UBT, last time it was single digit for the Shiv Sena as among the minority, and that to Muslim vote. So that is also added. But despite of all these things, the last time Shiv Sena has secured about 28%. This time they are likely to get about 32%. So there is an increase in this thing, but the other consolidation happened on the non-Marathi, non-Muslim vote, which is about 44%.
Yeah.
44%, which is North Indians, Rajasthanis, Gujaratis, South Indians. They are reverse consolidation happen, and they are voting in a big, massive number, I would say to extent of 68 to 70% in favor of BJP plus. So this is what made all the difference.
Look at this community-wise vote share, and this is the most significant story of this election. The whole narrative was about Marathi Manus. Who is this Marathi identity going to gravitate towards? 30-49%. That's the breakup. BJP plus 30. Shiv Sena UBT plus 49. And my simple question to you, Pradeep ji, is there are about 80 seats, correct me if I'm wrong, where the Shiv Sena Shinde and Shiv Sena UBT are going head to head against each other. In these Marathi seats where Sena versus Sena, who has the edge according to your analysis?
UBT Sena.
UBT has an edge.
Yes,
over
among these seats, with slender edge, but what is the Shinde Sena is gaining the vote is of BJP into their fold, because they are contesting about 91 seats. One seat they call it friendly fight. 90 seats they are contesting in total. So they are likely to win about 45 to 40 seats on its own.
No, so was it a case, Pradeep, where the Marathi vote basically consolidated for the UBT, but just not enough to create a dent? Is that what it was?
Yes, definitely yes. Because if you see the total vote share among the community, Marathi hold about 37% point, as against non-Marathi, non-Muslim 44. See the difference here among those non-Marathi vote in Gujarati, Rajasthan, North Indian votes. It would have been better if you show the slide of instead of Christian there, because they are only 1 to 2%. But if you show the this thing North Indian vote,
we've got that. We'll just put that up. Yeah,
you will see that the difference.
What about Mahila and youth, the new MY? It looks like even in local polls, they've gravitated or shown a preference towards the the BJP.
Yes, 4% more for BJP plus among the female, 44 versus 40. Male 40, female 44. So 4% more female has voted for BJP than their male voter.
So if we were again to just focus for a while, if looking at all the numbers, and here there has to be a caveat, look, Mumbai is still the god of the Shiv Sena and the Thackerays more than the Shiv Sena. Eknath Shinde was part of the Shiv Sena, but for him it is the area of Thane. That is his stronghold. So he is contesting over here. Overall Marathi vote के लिए जब fight हो रही है प्रदीप गुप्ता, एकनाथ शिंदे और उद्धव ठाकरे के बीच में, after this bruising battle, who can emerge and say, मैं हूं असली मराठी मानुस?
So Padmaja, you are right. So now you will have to not divide, but see the geographical difference. Greater Mumbai, which is from Kolaba to up to Mahim, which is called as a greater Mumbai, where even today, Dadar, Mahim, Worli, Lalbagh, Shivdi, where UBT is vote base and the Marathi vote base is full in consolidation. But when it comes to Bhanduk, Mulund, which is the bordering of Thane, Mankhurd, Govandi, they are all consolidating in favor of Marathi vote. I am talking about in favor of Shiv Sena more than the UBT. So this is how you will have to see the Mumbai when you see the Mumbai and the greater Mumbai and the Mumbai suburb.
So in that sense, you know, the Dadar and surrounding area, the place where the Thackerays actually stay, where their office is, that is still staying with the Thackerays. But outside of that, on the fringes, Eknath Shinde has begun to chip away. Is it safe to say? Is it safe to say, Pradeep Gupta, that Raj Thackere has caused more damage than benefited this alliance? Sure, he gets in his 7% or whatever preference people are showing this time around with his one corporator left with him. But he has successfully managed to alienate the North Indians, the Gujaratis, the Tamils, and even the Muslims away from Uddhav Thackeray. The same Uddhav Thackeray who had benefited massively in the Lok Sabha elections and to an extent in the assembly elections from this Muslim vote.
So when it comes to Muslim vote in particular, see, we'll have to see again geography, how these Muslim votes are spread across the Mumbai. So there are three big pockets where the majority of these Muslim population is there, which is, for the first is Kalwa Devi and Bhaikala area, where Congress is the #1 party among the Muslim vote. Congress, then the MIM, then the UBT. Then you see the western suburb, which is the Jogeshwari and Malad area, where UBT is #1 party. Congress is second. Then the third pocket is that of Govandi and Mankhurd, where Congress is #1, Samajwadi Party is #2, and then UBT is #3. So this is how you'll have to see. Even to that 28% among the Muslim vote for UBT is, I would say, good number. Not very good, but good number.
Managed to at least keep some of their Muslim vote, but the Congress has chipped away. Do you think that Congress's original experiment, saying that here we are going to focus squarely on the Muslim vote, let the Thackerays battle it out with Eknath Shinde and BJP, that gamble has paid off and Muslims have shown their trust in the Congress party, which was their limited focus in this election?
Yeah, so Congress, what we can clearly see with this strategy of Congress on a national perspective, see, Congress is trying to attract or get the
Muslim Dalit
vote share of minority and Dalits. You should not forget that Congress has VBA, Vanchit Vikas Aghadi of Prakash Ambedkar. You know, he's been playing a very, very vital role till last 10 years. I mean, wherever, if he fought separately, he has always splitted the vote of Congress and dented the prospect of Congress. So this is the reason why precisely this time Congress is still the alliance with the UBT. So Dalit and minority vote, they are seeing the national picture, you know, because these regional party, Congress has been always the loser and they are trying to, I mean, I can see this, the strategy, try and get their vote share, vote bank back to their fold.
The big Thackere reunion was touted to be the big sort of inflection point, the game changer, politically speaking. You know, just from a sort of numbers and whatever you can glean from what you've seen in your survey, did it not create any emotion at all?
Yes, see, Arun, what happened, I'll tell you. When you say Thackere brothers or the Shiv Sena, you will have to see to it over 25 years. Over 25 years, though Shiv Sena was in power in BMC, but it was always with in alliance with the BJP. So Shiv Sena itself has never ruled the BMC. So you cannot see Shiv Sena or the BMC or the Mumbai for that matter minus BJP. No, they are always been in supportive to the when it comes to the vote share, starting from 15% to as high as 30%.
So I want to know.
You can't see the Mumbai in isolation as far as the Shiv Sena goes. It is always within the support of BJP or the alliance with the BJP. When they fought separately, all these two parties fought separately. The last BMC election, one secured Shiv Sena 84 and the BJP 82. So literally the equal, and vote share was 29% to the Shiv Sena and 28% to the BJP. They fought separately.
And the memories of
number. And now the Shinde Sena has splitted and shifted to this thing. So the clear-cut variation you can see in the result.
And for everyone who keeps talking about this Marathi Manus, Marathi vote, the fact is the corporators who split and went with Eknath Shinde and who are currently with the BJP, most of them are also Marathi. So all the corporators that Eknath Shinde took with him, they are Marathi corporators. And in a local election, I am looking up to who that guy is, who is going to be there in my ward. When, we're looking at this age-wise breakup, it was very interesting. When you have the young voters, in the 18 to 50 bracket, from first-time voters to middle-aged, all of them overwhelmingly are with the BJP and Eknath Shinde. There is only this very small fraction. I think जो बिल्कुल ही जो कहते हैं ना कट्टर, जैसे कट्टर सनातनी कहते हैं, वैसे कट्टर सैनिक जो है, 39% have decided to still throw in their lot with the Thackerays, as opposed to 36, 61 and above. What is this story, Pradeep Gupta?
Yeah. So now first I will talk about 61 plus age group, which you see, it is largely in the pockets of Dadar, Parel, Elphinstone, Lalbagh, Sivdi. There you will find these particular population in bulk. In rest of the suburb, which is the kind of a not struggling but aspirational group, their senior citizen is largely in Pune or Nasik and their hometown and so on and so forth. So this is the reason why if you see our sample collection also of this age group is from this port, where you have to have the people available to talk to you, isn't it? Now coming to the youth, see, we have seen in last 10 years in particular, wherever youth is there, they always want change. They always want change. They try something new. And the newness for them would have been this time in particular, the BJP ruling the BMC. And more so, when you have a BJP in central government and BJP in the state government power, I mean, all these large infrastructure likes of
your metro rail, your Atal Setu,
and this and that,
coastal road,
is always without central support or state government support. How can it?
No, I also the fact that doesn't this all just pretty much settle the doubt over Devendra Fadnavis being the tallest leader in Maharashtra? I mean, so much has been said in the last 18 months, post the 2024 election, Pradeep. Does this kind of cement him in many ways?
Yes, he's been, you can see the difference since 2014. He has always been there. Even in 19, the BJP in alliance with Shiv Sena United was the way far than the, 2/3, 1/3 among the Shiv Sena and BJP as far as number of seats is concerned. But Shiv Sena decided and formed the government with the Congress and the NCP. So he's always been there. It's just that somehow this Shiv Sena, first they, walked away from the alliance and then Shiv Sena splitted and then NCP splitted. But Devendra Fadnavis' performance has always been there. I would say only one thing, he's been that way. He's a Vidarbha leader. But the way he has presented himself and the way he has been ruled the state, particularly 14 to 19, we can clearly say that he has stitched together and he has got so many leaders alongside when it comes to
And
shifting
this
from
is
the
a
Congress. Of course, you can talk about there are other regions that the big guns of the Congress, likes of Ashok Chauhan and likes of VK Patil and so many,
yeah.
they,
No, and this is a man who gave in his resignation, offered his resignation, to the High Command of the BJP 18
Yes,
months
in
ago.
Lok Sabha election.
That has to be kept in perspective. One final question, Padmaja, you can throw in one as well. Your data, Pradeep, shows that the biggest issue in this election was the monsoon flooding in Mumbai. So I'm wondering whether this whole, lungi hatao, pungi bajao, all this stuff, just didn't sway anyone. It wasn't on anyone's minds in Mumbai.
No, first, Arun, what people say, what these political leaders project forward and say, and campaigning, etc. I mean, at the end of the day, it is the performance which matter.
Yeah.
Now, coming to these issues, you will have to understand that last 4 years, there is no local representative. Whoever our policy maker has made sure that there has to be local representative to address your local issues. In Bombay, where the about 60 to 70% population residing in chawls or the slums, during the monsoon, their homes are flooded with the water. So drainage system and drainage problem is very much there. Then these people goes to toilet and the public or the common toilet where water is the issue, the water supply is the issue. Then there is a lack of toilets. In Bombay, space is the biggest constraint of the problem. And this is the local representative or the corporator people look for to address those issues. And last 4 years, nobody is there. So this is what you can see and witness here. What people say and they come and say and go. I mean, forget all about them. The people, in 3 months, June, July, August, September, people have very hard time in these pockets, particularly out of problem coming out of rain, the mosquito, so many problems, garbage collection, and then over and above the rainwater accumulated, so many problems. And you must have seen and heard that dengue, malaria, this, that, so many problems.
And the perpetually flooded Milan subway and the potholes, of course. I know, of course, there is a difference in, the number of seats contested by both the BJP and Eknath Shinde. It's like 136 and 90. But if we were to do a correction for that, who has a higher vote share? As in, who is better placed? Who has a better strike rate according to your...
Of course, BJP strike rate is...
BJP has a better strike rate.
As Shinde is contesting against the UBT, and in most of the seat, UBT is having the edge.
So then Eknath Shinde should be a little worried, no? If BJP has a better strike rate.
Yes, the BJP definitely has a better strike rate because their vote is consolidated. See, there is
I think that is a very interesting takeaway, that tomorrow when the results come out, even if the Mahayuti is in the driver's seat, one driver will be a little worried for 2029.
I'll tell you, if you take our mid-range of 140, midpoint of our range is 140. So if you want to split those numbers in terms of seat, it is 90 versus 50. 90 versus 50.
Last question, I'm very tempted to throw this last one in, Pradeep, which is that, since the last BMC election, which was not covered, even 1% the way this BMC election has been covered, Indian politics has changed dramatically. So I want to end by asking you, what is the national impact in your view of this election?
National impact would have been always the development, and people, if they see whoever is the ruling party, the local or the state or the central, and if they are delivering it, people store their faith into that. And that's the reason why you see so many repeats government. When the government is repeated in any election, it is purely out of performance, nothing else.
Somebody just sent a message saying after these exit polls on NDTV, Annamalai has sent Rasmalai to Raj Thackeray.
That may be true, actually. That may be true. I'm going to send him a text and find out if that's actually true.
Just to give one rider on my account is that, please understand, this number is based on 54% turnout, because we do not have the final voter turnout yet. If final voter turnout is less than 54%, then it will get onto our lower range. And if it is more than 54%, it will be on the other higher range of our this thing. So that is something we'll have to wait and watch.
We'll have you back on the channel tomorrow, Pradeep. Good luck to your numbers. Let's see if they hold steady, and we'll have you back here tomorrow.
Or we'll send you Rasmalai.
Thank you, Pradeep. Joining us now, let's go straight to the parties that have done all the fighting in this battle. Shweta Shalini, spokesperson of the BJP, Chandrasekhar Jha of the Shiv Sena, UBT, Sudhir Suryavanshi, author and senior editor with the New Indian Express, and Santoshi Mishra, journalist and documentary filmmaker. Shweta Shalini, quickly coming to you first, because obviously all, if not most, of the exit polls that we've gotten our hands on show a pretty decisive edge to the BJP plus.
Yes, Shiv Bhai, I'm going to take congratulations here, but also add that our internal surveys say that we will definitely cross 155 mark. So yes, I'm pretty much hopeful. And I've been here hearing what Pradeep ji was saying. I will want to add a couple of things to those statistics, Shiv and Padmaja. If you actually look at the 2024 Lok Sabha, where the party actually did not do that well. Out of the 6 seats, we just got 2 seats. But yet, Mumbaikars at that point of time had given us 2 lakh extra votes. And if you actually look at the Vidhan Sabha, we got about 21 out of 36 seats, and Congress plus UBT got about 13 seats. Yet, at that point of time, we had almost about 7 lakh more votes than the opposition. If you actually subtract the total amount of votes that MNS got, which is just about 3 lakhs, we were still at the edge. So Mumbai's choice was always Mahayuti. It was Mumbai is what literally stands for the ideology of Hindu Hriday Samrat Balasaheb Thackere, and that is the reason why they were always huge supporters of Mahayuti. And now, today, what we are seeing as exit polls, and tomorrow what we are going to see as results, is a clear demarcation of the fact that Mumbaikars are plainly and clearly rejecting this whole friends with benefit kind of a relationship.
Okay, answer that, Chandrasekhar Jha. It's not working anymore. It's tired rhetoric. Mumbaikars are rejecting it. Mr. Jha.
Chandrasekhar Jha, can you hear us?
All right, we'll try and get across to him in just a second. But what is very, very significant in all of this, Sudhir Suryavanshi, that if these numbers hold, and we had Pradeep Gupta also, breaking down all of those numbers for us, yes, the Thackerays are still managing to hold on to the areas around Matushri, but even the Marathi voters in the area beyond that, if you go beyond Dadar, are now beginning to look at life beyond the Thackerays.
See, you are right that, earlier the area which were, concentrated as a mill worker area, these areas still hold for the Shiv Sena and the MNS. But if you see around, the demography and the geography of the Mumbai is changing. Earlier, the chawls were there, which were dominated by the Marathi people. Now, most of the, high-rise building has come up. And if you just have the glass over the nameplate plate of the buildings, you will find out that who are the people who are staying there. So it means the demography has completely changed. But Thackere agenda and their politics has not changed. Therefore, the people have decided to move away. If you see in the context of 2017, BJP was very, very close to the power that time. And it was shown that the aspiration class of Marathi, those were connected to the Thackere, particularly Balasaheb Thackere, their father, their grandfather. But the younger generation seems to be move away. I think this trend has been continued still 2025 or 26 also. And it has been in large number. It has increased. It has not diminished it. In fact, BJP has grown in large number everywhere in Mumbai and the Maharashtra. And BJP has once again, stamped itself as a single largest party, major party in Mumbai and the Maharashtra. And after a long, long time, BJP will have their own mayor of financial city. Actually, the last 30 to 35 years, Shiv Sena had only their mayor, and the BJP used to have their deputy mayor except last 5 years. But I think BJP will have the big laugh. They will have their own mayor in the financial city in Mumbai. And it will be a big stamp on the Devendra Fadnavis leadership also. And his road to 2029 will be more clear because to getting power in BMC, it will be a big milestone in his career. It will be big,
absolutely, and a lot of rejigging will happen in equations leading up to 2029. What will Eknath Shinde be thinking right now? The Pawars maybe think it's better, strength in numbers, let the family stick together, because you never know what the BJP is going to do to you. But Chandrasekhar Jha, BJP here saying kaam bolta hai. Rhetoric is gone. Rhetoric is over. Nobody cares.
See, the elections have been completed. Now we are waiting for the results. The thing is that the corporation elections are very, if you see minutely, the results are very much competitive rather than in assembly or in Lok Sabha. So we don't know how much will be the margin of difference and how much seats will be decided within 50 or 100 votes. So that will be a competitive thing which is to be seen tomorrow. And second thing is that the emotions, if anybody says that Maharashtra has lost emotions towards Thackerays, it's completely wrong, because eventually if this result is to be considered, this result also shows that we are not losing much. Eventually the Eknath Shinde group is losing much. So now they'll have to decide whether they want to continue with the allies, or they don't want to continue with the allies. We are always there. We'll be there in Maharashtra for the people, for the work, and we have done our utmost things and will continue to do our work.
So, I have to say, it's important to say that this is only exit poll data. We have to still wait for the results tomorrow ultimately. That's a strong disclaimer that we always issue in our coverage here of exit polls. But Santoshi Mishra, given that this was a civic body poll, civic issues, development, at least according to these figures and exit poll data, suggests that development was something that Mumbaikars wanted much more of, rather than, suggestions of regional divide and, rhetoric among communities and things like that.
Yes, I must say that is one of the things, like before this poll just started, I remember seeing one hoarding by Raj Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray. I do not know who had placed it, but there was "Batoge to Katoge." That was to North Indians. See, whenever we, as a understand in politics, that whenever we are decisive, we are going in division. So then it's like, what are you sending the message to people? What is your message going to the people? Are you threatening people? So people will not take that. So that had gone something very wrong when, although, Kripa Shankar's statement, when he talked about it, Devendra Fadnavis, who is such a veteran person, and CM, he came up and he talked about it. They had to, Mr. Singh had to come and share a video. Talking about this, why civic issues are important. So people have started losing the trust with Uddhav Thackeray, Raj Thackeray. Yes, we have seen in the previous election, they never had the trust. Because see, the civic issues are very minute and micro issues. Like you were just talking about with Mr. Gupta about flooding spots. Every year, 35 new flooding spots are added in Mumbai. The one who suffers is a common citizen. Then you don't see anybody. Then you don't see, you don't want to meet your MLA. You don't want to meet your MP. You want locally issues to be addressed. Like we are talking about toilets. There are no toilets. Toilet issues are really, I mean, people might feel it's a very trivial issue, but it is a really a very much needed issue. They are so dirty, unhygienic. Think about the women condition there. And coming back to the basic civic issue, we as India represent, we in Mumbai, we have 4,000 kilometers road. I'm talking about the footpath. And we are the least in the world survey who is using it. Nobody is thinking about
I'm glad you've mentioned this, Santoshi Mishra, because this is ultimately a reminder. Now, again, I want to say we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow in terms of the numbers, but I think everyone is served well with a reminder that this is a civic body election with civic issues that affect, the common Mumbaikar. It is not about, Lungi and South Indians and North Indians. It's about the floods.
Battle for existence of Marathi Manus.
Livelihood, quality of life in Mumbai that has taken such a terrible beating over such a long time. So I thank all of you for this conversation. We'll see you again tomorrow on our coverage once again. Thank you very much for your time tonight on the Exit Poll Show.